first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a regular grip on the sleeve. Same side, put my thumb in, 4 fingers, make a cuff. Now, I would like to get this hand under his leg, hooked around it. The problem with this is if I just try to dive in right now, first of all, he's not loaded up on me. Second of all, there's no gap. I run right into his calf and his foot if I try to dive in here. So one thing you can do that's really easy to do is I'm going to pull forward on the sleeve no matter where it is, even if he has a grip. And I'm going to use my legs. I'm going to pull my legs forward and I'm going to bring him onto me so I can have just enough space to dive my hand and my fist through to make a hook on this leg. So my grip's good. This hand's ready to dive in. I'm going to move him forward. Just enough. Now that space opens up, so I'm going to dive deep onto that side and I'm going to begin to punch his hand across here. Now once I get here, I get this hook on the leg on my right side. I'm going to use that hook to pull my right ear as close to his knee as possible. I'm going to swing my left leg around in a wide pendulum motion. My left quad is going to end up close to his ear, and my right leg is going to be pinning high across his back. And I'm going to be pinching, a lot of counter pressure here. Now, most of you guys who have some experience see the arm lock. It's plain as day, okay? So why didn't I just spin all the way into it? You can do that. But the reason I like doing this is because if I have a short movement from here to here, it gives the person less time and less space to pull their arm out. Do things in little increments, okay? So I'm pinching here. If he tries to stack me, I can manage the distance with this right leg by pinning down and away, and then I can very easily pass this leg around, also pinning my heel tight to my butt. Both heels pin tight to my butt. I'm squeezing my knees really tight together. I'm flexing my calves. Now, normally we would go 2 hands in the arm lock, but for this one, I'm going to keep holding his leg. I'm going to change from the sleeve to the wrist, rotate his thumb to the ceiling, and bring his hand to the center of my chest. If he's still not tapping, I just need to raise my hips. This time, let's say that I go into my pendulum, I swing my leg around, I get here, but the highly realistic scenario happens where he pulls his elbow out. Now, nobody wants to pull their arm all the way out, because if he pulls his arm all the way out, then I'm going to close the triangle, and that's great. That's really good for me. So there's 3 arm positions that happen when you get to this angle. All the way in, which is the first one we did, where you get the arm, and that'll happen. All the way out, which is the triangle. They'll panic, pull their arm out, try to posture, you can get a triangle. Third arm position is he's going to pull his elbow out, but he's not going to take his arm out. So what do I do here? I like this spot a lot because I still have control of the sleeve. So I control the sleeve, I close my elbow to keep that grip strong. I have to maintain this pinch with my legs because if I'm loose here, then he can posture. Really easy for him to posture. So I need to keep pinning my right down. I need to keep squeezing my left tight. Okay? So what I want to do now is I want to act like, I want to sweep him to the left. So I want to act like I'm sweeping him to the right first. I'm going to very aggressively kick my hips up and to the right. Okay? Now if I do that hard and aggressive enough and he gives me no reaction, chances are actually pretty good he's going to fall over that way. So when I hip up and to the right, everybody wants to push back in at least a little bit to correct their base. But as he does that, my left is going to make a wide pendulum. It's going to wipe out, around, and down. At the exact same time that happens, my right is going to pin him in that same direction. And I got to hang on to the sleeve because if I lose the sleeve, he's going to post his hand. So, from the top, 1, 2 is waiting. I rock him forward to make the space. I punch this across as far as he'll let me, and I pendulum my left leg, bring my quad close to his ear, and this one pinches tight. Okay, right's pinching tight, left quad close to the ear. Now, he's a good strong grappler. He pulls his elbow out, but he doesn't take it all the way out because he's aware of the triangle. No big deal. I'm going to hip hard to the right, and then I'm going to make my pendulum sweep happen to the left when he pressures back in. Hold on to that sleeve and hold the leg all the way to the top.